Caroline, here's one of your runs from Slalom training with us the other day. Thanks for coming out. It was great to work with you. You have a lot of good stuff going on. You're skiing. I didn't send you this until, or make this until after Sugar Slalom because I didn't want to, you to think about anything else. But well done today. Top 15, U12 Sugar Slalom. Good luck tomorrow in the duel. Let's check out your run here. All right, Caroline, you're good. Good job. Yeah, like I said, good job. Overall impression, watching this is just, standing too tall, right? Not really giving our feet room, not getting our skis out from underneath us. And that kind of coincides with your free ski, not using ankles and knees enough. A little reaching, little rotating, and running a kind of a low line, which we'll talk about. But so any of that. So yeah, coming in, pretty tall, trying to get you have your feet, kind of close to the gate. So you got to give your feet a little room at the gate to allow for some good angles, right? We want to try to really roll up those skis using ankles and knees, almost like dropping your knees down onto that gate, right? The goal, of course, is to carve the top of the turn, which is, not easy. This is only your second year. You're a second year U12, so tall poles is still something new for you, and you're doing a great job with it so far. Tall poles, we didn't want to really clear the poles. We talked about this day with our ski pole out horizontal, right, like this, parallel to the snow. So as soon as we clear it away, we can drop the pole to the ground with our wrist for a pole plant. So it's really a tap to the side, but here you didn't have the pole quite parallel or horizontal, and you kind of push the gate down. So the pole plant was going to be late if anything is more of a drag there. All right, came in here again, the pole not horizontal and into this delay, and so bring that pole up, clear it horizontally with the pole horizontal. Don't push the gates down. Immediately pole plant. All right. So like I said before, kind of running on that low line a bit, right? So, we need to intersect rise line a little higher up the hill. So rise line is that imaginary line drawn straight up the hill from the gate. So as you're coming down, we want to make sure we intersect rise line with our skis pointing out and away from the pole so we can bring turn shape back, but at the same time have enough adequate space here above where we intersect to allow that turn shape. So here, you're coming in, you do have your skis pointed out and away, which is good. You're trying to carve the top of the turn there, but you're just right on top of the gate. There's no what we call elevation. There's no space, above. You want to be up, closer to these tracks up here to bring turn shape back to the pole, staying ahead of the course, turning above, so you can see all your turn is down below. We want to be in that position right up next to the gate right here. Right, so on the low line, and that's sometimes hard to, get off of. Right, still running that low line. Just, in here right now, we should have just continued to arc up a little bit and get those skis just up, up here a little bit more to give yourself that space. So you're just running straight at them, and everything's going on down below. The thing to think about or work on is just having zipper down the hill. We have to be more square down the hill in slalom, right? So we want to really have our, be facing down the hill. You kind of reach and rotate a bit here. Right? So whenever we rotate like this, the hip goes this way and the skis flatten out, which is what they did here. So you can see the outside skis, nice high edge angle. All of a sudden it flattens out and tails slide. So let's think zipper downhill. We got to get ourselves our upper body on the inside of the gate. We got to be a little bit more over here, right, and facing down the hill. So coat zipper down the hill the whole time. So hairpins, we got two choices. One, we can cross block like this, top gate. Then we had to alternate hands and cross block out. But the important thing is to cross block out for a good strong exit with direction tight to those gates, which you don't have here because you're using the wrong hand. So we have to cross block out with our left hand. The fastest way, the best way is alternating. You could, so you'd go right here like you did here and then quickly switch hands. You could have come in with your left arm and just inside arm clear the top one like it's a GS panel and use that same arm to come out with and cross block, but we got to be cross blocking out. You can see just running a little bit of low line. Now here you gave yourself more room above this red, right? You got ski. You're in that rise line now. That's better elevation. We call it space above. You got your skis pointing still out and away from the pole when you intersect, so you can bring turn shape back. That's a good job, and that's a great turn because now you're finishing the turn with direction done, heading off to you should be heading off to the next apex where you want to make that turn. All right, but that is what we're talking about. Turning above the gate, right? Bring shape back. And, pole plant with maybe just a hair late because it's, again, the pole isn't, your ski pole is not horizontal, so it makes it difficult, and it's just, Again, we got back on that low line. All right, we had it here, but came through here, just going too straight and rotate the skis, skid out. So they skid a little low. That put you on the low line right here. Another better turn here, right? Give you some more space. Turn shape back. And you pass the gate with direction done, heading off to above. You want to head off to above the next gate. Just running a little straight still, as you can see. Flush. Good job using the right hand, the correct hand, which was your right hand, and through this, one arm, always in a flush. Just want to come out with more direction. You're going to hit those right now with your skis heading off that way. We want to be hitting those with our skis heading off this way, right, towards above the next gate. You got to come out with direction. So because of that, we just on this low line here, going right at them and turning below, and just dumping speed all the way down through here. And like I said, as a U12, that's a pretty good job in tall poles, right? What do you want to think about for next year? Would bring this, maybe watch this beginning of next year or before you start training slalom. Think about ankles and knees. Give your feet a little bit room so we can roll up ankles and knees more to a higher edge angle so we can carve that top of the turn, right? That will get us in a, lower position, better angles, clear lower. You want to actually, try to clear that gate lower, like actually, aim for the middle of the gate and have the ski pole out horizontal so immediately can pole plant, right? Want to get yourself your zipper down the hill, right? And want to be above it. Want to give yourself more elevation so we can bring turn shape back, stay above the cork, above the gate, right? Hairpins we talked about, alternate hands is the ideal, right? Make sure on any combination, flushes or hairpins, we're cross-blocking the exit and coming out with direction, particularly when the next gate is offset. So I know I just rattled off a lot of things, but just think about, one thing at a time. But in any event, we enjoyed skiing with you. Love to have you back. Hope to be skiing more with you next year. Have a great off season.